Outkast instead of Winehouse. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I got the Winehouse notification. Now let's see if we got. Please come back, anyone that was watching. All one of you. All one of you. And Outkast. Is it spelled right? I hope it's spelled right. It'll look better when there's a Mac Mini. Nothing better than hearing myself
hooked
talk.
up there.
All right. All right. We're streaming.
Good.
Now, I'm going to get out of that recording. You'd think after so many episodes I'd have this shit figured out.
That's all right. You're doing a great job.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm not much help.
Goddamn liar.
I'm not much help.
And 3, and 2, and 1. Thanks for joining a couple of 90s kids. You're listening to Stuck in My Generation. Had to throw that can crack in there
Sounds good.
to start out on. Welcome back to Stuck in My Generation, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
When I cuss at you, what I'm really cussing at is me, because I'm having a frustrating evening. I didn't sleep very well last night. My kid's got the snots.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, it's because he won't keep his fucking hands out of his mouth, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He's always constantly putting his hands in his nose and then stick them in his mouth. Like, you know, that's... Try to tell him that's kind of fucking gross, dude, but he just looks at me like I'm an idiot.
It could be worse.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it could.
Yeah.
But anyways, welcome back to Stuck in My Generation, where earlier we went streaming and it said we were going to talk about the Winehouse. We're not going to talk about the Winehouse. That's it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. We're going to talk about the Outcast. All right. Hicks, what's your experience before tonight with the cast of Out?
I knew a few of the hits. You know, the Hey the So Fresh and So Clean. Just a few of the hits, really.
Yeah.
I didn't know too much about their stuff.
I listened to Stankonia like it was going out of style back in, you know, whenever it was dropped. Do you remember when it was dropped? Was it 96? Or was it 99?
I can tell you really quick.
Or it might have been 2000, because I think
2000.
Speaker Box The Love Below was 2006.
2000. Speaker Box of Love Below per Wikipedia was 2003.
And you know, I watched the Hey Ya video today, and I enjoyed it more than I ever have, because back
Really?
then I was burnt out on the song, and I was like,
Yeah.
but now I was like, oh, this is fun.
Okay, I should have done that. That's a good idea.
It was good. It was good.
I should have done that.
Andre 3000 is every character in the video,
Is he?
but
Yeah.
everyone was a little different. They all had cool names, like, you know, Percy Jackson or something. Like, I don't even remember what it was.
Jackson.
It was a weird name on one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got some nostalgic feelings from that. And I was
Good.
like, very cool.
Good.
So Outcast, I listened to Stankonia. I listened to Speaker Box and The Love Below, but no, I didn't give it like a ton of attention.
Okay.
But I will say Stankonia, I rock that CD. I own that CD.
Okay.
And I rock the shit out of it, and Bombs Over Baghdad is one of my all-time
I
favorite
forgot.
rap
How could I
songs.
forget about that?
What
Yeah.
a jam!
What a jam! Yeah.
What a fucking jam!
No shit. And we'll get to it, but I mean, there's no other song that sounds like that.
There's not.
Yeah. I
There's
mean,
not.
it's original, from what I know.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't even know how to explain it. I've never heard anything with that much energy before.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
As far as hip hop goes, like,
Sure.
you know, Eminem has energy, DMX has energy,
Mm-hmm.
Beastie Boys have energy.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard energy, but like Bombs Over Baghdad, I want to fucking break dance.
Oh,
I want to throw cardboard down and then just fucking start spinning on my head. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'm fat and oblong, and I can't do that.
I think you could pull it off.
I don't think I can. 40 years old, lots of gray in the beard.
Yeah. I had no idea there were 6 albums.
I
Studio albums.
did not either. I
Yeah.
thought there was like 3.
That's what I was going to guess. Maybe 3 albums.
AT Aliens.
Uh-huh.
AT Aliens?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We were trying to pronounce it. I heard how it was pronounced, and now I've already fucked it up. But
That's all right.
I think it was AT Aliens.
Okay.
The AT Aliens.
Okay.
Instead of Atlians. I think
Yeah.
when we were talking about doing this episode, we were like, "Ooh, I've never heard Atlians." Oh, goddamn. Andre 3000.
It's all right. Hey, that's why we're here. We're here to learn.
We're here to learn. And
that's why I'm here.
one of the Eminem verses, I don't know if you remember this or not, but it's I can't remember the exact song it's on, but Eminem names the greatest rappers of all time. He's like, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie.
Yeah.
Andre 3000, someone else, and then me. Like he
Okay.
lists them all. So he, in Eminem's opinion, Andre 3000 is one of the best of all time.
Okay.
I would agree.
Okay.
I would agree.
Yeah.
And after listening to that Big Boy album you sent me a few months back,
Oh, that's good shit.
Big Boy's pretty goddamn good too.
That's good shit.
I love that album.
I do too.
Like, I am so glad you discovered that
Yeah,
album, because
yeah.
that's on my rotation. Is like, I don't know what to listen to. Oh, put it all on chocolate. Gotta put it all on chocolate.
And that's an album that I go looking for.
It's good shit.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's upbeat. It's mood music, like Exile on Main Street we were talking about yesterday.
Oh, yeah. No
Stones.
shit.
Good mood music.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
Let it be. I'd love to talk about it with you.
Oh, we're going to
Speaking
get
of
to
good
that.
moods,
We're going to
but
get
my
to
wife, hope you're watching, Heather, won't fucking let me watch it without my father-in-law.
Oh, I can't wait, but I can't
Which
say
is fine. I love my father-in-law.
I can't say anything bad about your wife because she makes the best mac and cheese I ever had.
She makes some good mac and cheese.
Oh, it's good shit.
I was wondering if you ate it or if Ethan ate it.
Well, we were kind of like two pit bulls fighting over it.
Well, listen, no argument, no, don't do that. But she's making you a pan.
Oh, no shit.
She's giving you the whole, and that shit's like 4 inches thick.
Oh, no
when she makes
shit.
it. It's like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Oh, it's fucking good.
Good shit.
So
Thank
good.
you, Heather.
She loves doing that. Which we watch way too much baking show shit. Do you and Tilly watch any baking shit?
Like the dessert stuff. We
Okay.
don't watch the baking or
We watch the
we
Great
don't watch
British
the
Bake
cooking.
Off, which is really good.
Yeah.
What dessert stuff? Do you remember any of the shows?
We watch just like the holiday, and be honest with you, I'm not paying too much attention because I really don't care too much about it. But, but, I mean, it's just like
That was me.
during Halloween. You
Yeah.
know, we're watching the Halloween shit. Christmas, we're watching the Christmas stuff.
I understand. That was me. Like, Heather was watching Great British Bake Off and all this shit, and she's like, "Oh, watch this," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, they're making a goddamn cake."
Have you seen the? God, what is that show? I saw something advertised that had to do with baking. I don't know if it was with chocolate or what, but these sculptures were out of this world.
I bet I
mean,
have, because
it
we're
was.
kind of hooked on this shit.
I thought, what the hell? How can that be chocolate? I mean, it's like a grand piano or some shit like that. I mean, it's just unreal.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. But what I
think
have
I know
been,
what you're talking about.
what I have been hooked on, and I'm embarrassed to admit it, we've been watching the shit out of what is it with Guy Fieri? The
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
yeah,
I love that shit.
he's so goofy.
I love that shit.
We've been watching the shit out of
He's like,
that.
That's goddamn good burger.
Oh, we ate at his restaurant
Yeah.
in Orlando. Oh, it tastes like shit. The chicken guy. It was so bad. None of us liked it.
Because he's still got that Sum 41 haircut going on.
And he loves yellow cars, and I hate the color yellow. I hate yellow cars. But he's a nice guy, too. Each their own.
Yeah, he seems like, he seems pretty solid. I enjoy diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about music, we swear.
Yes, we are.
But I got to say real quick.
Say it.
My wife was watching all that baking shit, and I was like, fuck my life. But now, all of a sudden, for some reason,
You've seen the light.
I've seen the light.
Okay.
I started watching the Great British Bake Off, the newest season. All you Giuseppe fans, you know what I'm talking about. It's so good.
Is
like,
it?
People in the UK or Britain or wherever the fuck.
Sure.
I'm fucking illiterate when it comes to
I
other countries.
am. Yeah.
Those people are so much nicer than we are.
Yeah.
They are so much kinder to each other and so much nicer to each other than we are. And I like it, it's like a. Have you watched Ted Lasso?
I know of it. Haven't watched
It's
it.
some fucking good shit.
Okay.
I Ted Lasso's
Somebody else told me that. You're the second person who told me that.
so good.
Yeah.
So good. It's my favorite show right now. Like, it's that good. I watched it just to see what all the hype was about, and I'm like, God damn, by like episode 4 or 5, I was like, this is the best written shit.
Okay.
Like, it's so good. But
good.
Same thing with the Great British Bake Off. Like, here lately, as I'm getting older and grouchier and get the fuck off, get the fuck off my lawn.
I know what you mean.
Like, I want everybody to get off my lawn.
Mm-hmm.
Watching other people have feel-good moments makes me feel good. So the Great British Baking shit, like, fills my heart with joy, whereas Americans piss me off.
Yeah, I'm visualizing this baking show, like them helping each other.
Yes, man.
And stuff like that.
And then you watch an American one, and you're like, can I have some of your apricots? You're like, fuck, no, you can't have them, my apricots. Hail Q! Like, what the fuck, people?
No
but
shit.
yeah, it's good shit. Like, people over there are just nicer.
Yeah.
And then I watch shows from Australia and fucking everywhere else, and they're much nicer. You watch a show about North Korea, Kim Jong-un, he's a hell of a lot nicer than we are. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
So anyways, yeah, that's that.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's good for when you don't want to think about anything.
Yeah.
When you've been listening to Outcast for 7 days and you want to just listen to something or watch something where you don't have to think about anything, Great British Bake Off. You don't have to think about shit.
I like that.
Get a little bit inebriated. Watch that. You're in heaven. You're just watching them make good food that you wish you could taste.
Yeah.
Anyways, Outkast. All right.
All right.
I hate that they quit making music.
Yeah.
Because I loved Stankonia. I loved it.
Yeah.
But let's pull up some notes and see if Stankonia passes the test as their best all-time album easily. Or was there something that was comparable?
Sure.
On Ranker, apparently ATLiens, fuck.
That's okay.
That's a top, apparently that's one of the hip-hop community's top albums ever is that one.
No shit.
Yeah. And I can tell by the way you said no shit that we're going to have some similar opinions here. But let's start out. Hopefully some of you at home, we announced that we were listening to Outkast, so hopefully a lot of you at home decided to also listen to Outkast with us. If you haven't done that before, give it a shot. It's
sure.
fun. But the first album, all one word, mind you, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
That's the name of album number 1. I didn't know this shit existed.
I didn't either. 1994.
94.
Do you know how old they were when this album came out?
I had no idea.
19.
19.
They were 19.
So Kurt Cobain dies, and then these guys are like Southern Cadillac.
Per Wikipedia.
That's probably correct.
They were 19 years old.
They look 19 on the cover.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Andre 3000, by the way, loves his pussy. Just got to throw that out there real quick. If you want to listen to some sexual shit, Andre 3000 is the way to go. It's AC/DC in hip-hop form. Shook me all night long. Hey, ya. That's Andre 3000. I've discovered he's my spirit animal. I didn't grade intros.
I did not grade all of those intros. There were so many of them.
A fucking shit ton.
There were.
Especially on the last few albums. It was like song intro, song intro, interlude.
Yeah.
Like fucking just name it what it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I saw an interlude and I just went, all right.
You know who can pull that shit off?
Not Outkast.
Tool.
Yeah.
But anyways.
We should just start a podcast. stuck in my Tool or something like that.
Oh shit. All right. What'd you think of this album?
Well, I fucking like it. I didn't. I'll throw that out there now. I didn't like it. Peaches, the intro, not worth talking about because it's an intro. My intro to let you know, I scored this a 3.
No shit.
I did. I like this song because immediately you can hear the talent. You can kind of hear what could be the future. The rap itself was very good. The music, on the other hand, and the beats were not quite as good. But I gave it a 3 because I thought the rap, like the bars, 40-year-old white guy, mind you.
Sure.
So when I start throwing out some of this lingo, feel free to be like, he don't know what he's talking about, because I don't. But the bars on this song I thought were really good, and I was like,
okay,
I can see, I got a little glimmer of hope. I was like, I can already hear the talent of Outkast.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe everything's going to be good. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But this song I thought was really good. The music held it back from achieving a 4 or 5 grade, but it was a 3 for me.
Okay. And when you say 3 to our listeners, is a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
5 being, I can't live without this shit.
Right on.
Okay.
So a 3 was, I think a 3 was in the range of like, this is vital to the album and an important song.
Yeah.
And I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that.
Good. Good for you. I gave this album an overall score of 1.41.
My overall score is a 1.25. The song was a 3.
I'm sorry. I jumped way ahead.
That's okay.
I'm with you now.
The second track, the first official track,
I'm with you now.
3.
My bad, because I thought you were rating this overall as a 3.
Just track 2.
Okay. I'm sorry for jumping ahead.
You're good.
Yeah. I gave the second track as in my intro to let you know.
Right on.
I gave it a 2.
2, 3, close to the same?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm sorry for jumping ahead.
No, that's fine. Track 3.
I fucked up.
Well, we drank Fireball before the show
Yes,
started.
we did.
Track 3, Ain't No Thing.
Yep.
I gave it a 1.
1.
Because the chicken wing thing annoys the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Ain't no thing like what was it? Ain't no thing like a chicken wing or something like that. I'm like,
just wasn't very.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
It's annoying. It's cliche. It's stupid. I didn't dig it.
I still can't believe I jumped away.
That's okay. But that first song getting a 3 and then the next song getting a 1, I was like, shit. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Atlanta. I think was that an interlude?
Yes.
Didn't score it. Title track. Southern playalistic Cadillac music.
Mm-hmm.
Gave it a 2.
2.
There's a lot of R&B mix in there. I will throw this out there now. I hate R&B.
Sure.
I love hip-hop. Hate R&B. Like, you put on some Tony Braxton, I'm fucking out.
Yeah.
Boys to Men, see you later. Not my thing. Blackstreet, gone.
Man.
Skee-Lo, I'm all in.
Skee-Lo. Yeah. There's probably some R&B. There's probably a few hidden gems in there.
I'm sure. Yeah, definitely. Because Destiny's Child, I think, is rather good. I hear a Destiny's Child song and I start jumping.
Yeah.
TLC.
Scrubs.
Scrubs, Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. That's some good shit.
There's probably some artists that I get confused. I'm not sure to call it R&B or not.
Yeah.
So there probably are R&B, and I never thought of them as R&B.
If it ain't rap, it's R&B.
Yeah.
Typically.
Yeah.
I like Usher. No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Good. No thanks.
Yeah.
Anything in that veil, I'm probably 90% out, 10% in. There's probably 10%.
Yeah.
Sierra comes to mind.
Yeah.
Sierra is very R&B. I like that shit. Sierra makes me feel all good inside. But then you put on Keith Sweat, and again, I'm out. I'm out.
Keith Sweat.
Fucking out. Can't do it.
Oh, shit. Of all the last names he could have picked out, he chose Sweat.
Sexual, man. Sexual.
I guess.
Call of the Wild.
2.
I gave it a 3. I like the jam because, again, the bars, the rhymes were really good. The music was just kind of... What I found on this album was the music was lacking. The bars were there for the most part. But, again, there's a lot of R&B mixed in all this shit. Players Ball made me think of Dave Chappelle. The Player Hater Ball. Instantly, it was my first thought. I gave this a 2 because it was very 90s.
Sure.
90 and spoiler here, 90s rap, 90s R&B, not a fan.
Okay.
Not really a fan. Like you and me both you claim to be a Biggie fan. I wasn't sure. I claim to be a Tupac fan. You wasn't sure.
Yeah.
And I think upon further review for both of us, 90s rap just didn't do it for me that much.
I discovered about myself, I'm more of a fan of Biggie live.
And Biggie freestyle.
And Biggie freestyle was fucking awesome. I mean,
Right.
It was just so good. So good.
But the albums,
Oh, you and I did a quick review on the Biggie albums. I went through 2 albums, and I thought, this stuff is so bad. I don't like this, but
Wasn't great.
love the live stuff. So
wasn't great for sure.
yeah.
So we've got Players Ball, Claiming True. I gave it a 2. 90s with an R&B beat, and I can't get on board with any R&B shit from the 90s. I just can't do it. Can't really say why. I just can't.
I understand that.
What'd you give Claiming True?
1.
A 1. I mean, that's kind of deserved, to be honest.
Yeah.
Club Donkey Ass. I only mention that because it's a fun name for an intro.
Yeah.
Club Donkey Ass. Funky Ride. I have a 0, and I hate shit like this.
I gave it a 1.
Zeros are a thing.
Sure they are.
You can totally give someone a fucking flunk.
Big 0. Don't even like.
Wasn't digging it. Track 11, wouldn't you know it, there's an interlude.
Sure.
Track 12, Get Up, Get Out. What'd you give it?
2.
0.
Did you? Yeah.
0. I just put no. No.
Okay.
Just no.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Guess what's after that?
An interlude.
An interlude.
Yeah. Well, it's about time. I mean, it's been a while since we
Been
had
a
one, so-
while. I'd rather listen to Stain than
Oh
most
my
of this album.
gosh, that's bad.
That's really bad.
That's bad.
Did you know if you look up "It's Been a While" on GIF search engines, it picks up a GIF where someone's like doing this and it says it's been a while, but it's actually Scott. What's that motherfucker's name from Creed? Scott Stapp.
Oh yeah.
It's him, but it's like it's been a while, and I'm like, that's so fitting because they're all the same.
They're all the same.
They're all the same.
No shit.
Crumbling Herb. What'd you give Crumbling Herb?
I gave this a 2.
I gave it a 0.
Did you?
I put God no, I hate this fucking album.
Yeah.
Like there's a few tracks that I was digging, but
I did give.
sorry to Outkast fans, early Outkast fans. I just couldn't. I wasn't feeling this.
What about Hootie Hoo?
I've got a talking point on this after we tell our scores.
Okay, I gave Hootie Hoo a 2, and I would like to say at this point I started to see just a little bit of growth. I recognize just a tiny little bit.
I gave Hootie Hoo a big old fucking 0 again
Yeah.
because it annoys me. Hootie Hoo!
Yeah.
And 2, I want to know who started Hootie Hoo. If there's anyone watching that knows,
Sure.
in my eyes, Hootie Hoo was a, what the fuck? No Limit Soldier thing. It was a Master
Fucking
P.
Master P.
It was a Master P thing.
Oh shit, I forgot
Master
about Master
P
P.
said Hootie Hoo.
Master P had a gold toilet.
He did. I don't know if Master P and his gold toilet came up with Hootie Hoo and that was their thing, or
No
if it was
shit.
Outkast thing. I don't know because Master P is older than these guys.
Sure.
And Master P was always like, Hootie Hoo!
Yes, he was.
But maybe Hootie Hoo is just an Atlanta or Southern
Sure.
thing.
Sure.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Either way, it annoyed the fuck out of me. I gave it a big old fat fucking 0.
What about Deep?
Deep, I gave it a 2.
you?
First song with a score in like 7 tracks.
Yeah.
I gave it a 2, and I put I hear the future, but the present is just okay.
I gave it a 1.
Okay. Players Ball Reprise.
0.
0!
I gave it a 0.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
1.25 overall for me. I didn't care for this album at all. I think there's a reason that you hear about AT aliens and not Southern Cadillac shit, whatever. I didn't want to read it again. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful, but I think there's a reason the jump off starts with AT aliens instead of this album, because this album was like, you get a feel for what's coming,
Sure.
but you don't get, it's like a sample at Walmart.
Yeah.
It's like you want to try this free sample of a Hot Pocket, and you're like, shit's good. And then you try a full sample, you're like, shit sucks. So that's kind of where I'm at with that album.
Yeah. And I'm sorry for jumping ahead so far. I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't think it matters. With
Overall
this album,
score
to be honest.
1.4. I'll never go looking for anything on this album ever again.
Agreed.
And I've been listening to some other artists, and I kind of classify music as, does this album make my life better? Yes or no.
Big no.
Does this album make my life better? No.
Hell no.
Don't ever want to see it again.
No,
honestly.
I'm good. I'm good. I will be good if this album just gets wiped from all streaming.
Sure, yeah.
Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
AT Aliens.
1996.
96. I was a sophomore maybe in high school or a freshman, one or the other. I can't remember exactly, but I was not feeling the hip hop at this age, so of course I did not listen to this album. I was still walking up to people and saying, "I'm contagious." Here we are now. AT-Aliens. What comes first? An intro.
An intro. You may die. Yes, I might.
I might. Two Dope Boys, track 2.
Man,
What'd you give it?
I gave this track a score of 2, and I thought that Big Boy was trying to squeeze too much in lyrically in a short amount of time. I thought Andre 3000's flow was good on this, but I gave it a 2. You know, it was okay. What'd you give it?
I gave it a 3.
Okay.
Thought it was a good opening, good bars. I think after the first album, I was craving some bars, you know, some rhymes, and I got it. Is it raining?
It's raining.
Fuck rain.
Yeah, no shit.
I can't stand the rain. Track 3, AT-Aliens.
We should do Missy Elliott.
We could do that.
We could do that sometime. That's a good one.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave AT-Aliens a 3. Would be higher if not for Put Your Hands in the Air.
Yeah.
They kept saying put your hands in the air. I don't like that cliche 90s rap thing, so I gave it a 3 instead of a 4. Without that, might have been a 4 because it was sounding pretty good to me at the time.
I gave this track a 2. I thought Big Boy had pretty decent flow on this. The lyrics, "Get your fucking shine box," which was, I'm assuming, from the movie Goodfellas, which is one of my favorite all-time movies.
I need to watch that. Me and Heather just talked about how we need to watch that again.
I've watched it 100 times, and my wife gets so sick of it, and I just, shut up. I love that movie. So it's good.
Shut up and watch your bacon shit.
Yeah. So I gave it a 2. Wheels of Steel, what did you give that? Track 4.
I thought of the Rolling Stones initially.
I did too. Steel Wheels.
Gave it a 3. I was digging it.
I gave it a 3. This was the first track that actually my head was bobbing. I was moving just a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, here we go. We're gaining some momentum here.
Gaining some steel. Jazzy Bell, track 5. What'd you give it?
2.
I gave it a 3. I was digging that too. And Andre 3000 on that song I thought was pretty good. Pretty golden.
Good.
So I was digging that one. 6, Elevators.
2.
I gave it a 1.
Did you?
Thought it was slow and methodically annoying is my note.
Okay.
7, Over the Woods.
Over the Woods. 1.
Gave it a 2.
Did
Something
ya?
about it is not great, but it wasn't terrible either.
Yeah.
Track 8, Babylon.
1.
I gave it a 1. R&B Gross was my notes.
Okay.
9, Wallin.
1.
Gave it a 2. Simple and okay.
Okay.
Track 10, Mainstream.
I bumped this one up to a 2.
I got it as a 1.
Yeah.
Uninspiring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Decatur Psalm.
1.
1. Millennium.
1.
2. I was like, but it's starting to, this is better, but it's starting to sound too samey. This album was getting samey really quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
E.T. Track
1.
13.
Give this track a 1.
Gave it a 1 as well. Dragging on at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Track 14. 13th Floor / Growing Old.
1.
2. R&B takes it down a notch. I almost gave it a 3, but there was R&B in there.
Okay.
What was the Boys to Men song? What was that song where they're standing out in the desert with their fucking white shirts open?
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
That's all I can think of when I hear R&B is Boys to Men with their white button-up shirts wide open with their arms in the air.
Didn't
like
they have
this.
something about...
Baby, you.
I remember one song that... I remember the word Philly in it, but that wasn't the song.
Tell me to. I'll make love to you like you want me to.
Yeah, I don't
Whatever
remember.
viewers we got left are like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to hear is Barker telling me I'll make love to you in a fucking $7 Walmart Faded Glory hooded zip up and a backwards Puma hat. Please don't. James Ward says, what's up?
What's up, buddy?
Outcast is up. R&B is down.
That's right.
Next song.
Elevator's 86 mix.
Not any better than the first Elevator song. I gave it a 1.
I gave this track a 1. Overall score of 1.64.
1.85.
Okay, so we're starting to creep up.
Going in the right direction.
Yeah.
1.85. I thought the first 5 tracks were strong, and then it fell apart after that for me. Aquemini. I initially skipped right over this album and went to Stankonia, not on purpose.
Sure.
I just thought that was what was next.
Okay.
And after I had knocked out Stankonia and Speakerbox of Love Below, I was scrolling through, and I scrolled down too far on accident. I was like, fuck, there's an album I missed. Aquemini. I barely remembered that was an album.
Yeah, I didn't know about this. Well, I knew about one of the tracks on this album, but I didn't know.
As did I.
Yeah.
Track 1, Hold On, Be Strong. I gave this a 2. It's an intro, but it was a musical intro, so I gave it a 2.
I didn't pay much attention to this track. I probably should have.
Return of the G.
I gave this a 2.
I gave it a 2 as well. I thought it was okay. Rosa Parks.
4.
4.
That's good shit.
4.
It's good shit.
Yep. That's where it's at, and I forgot all about this song.
Yeah.
I forgot it existed, but I knew when I heard it, I was like, I know this.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
And there's no other song that I know that sounds like this. There might be something out there buried somewhere, but I'm not aware of it.
No.
I mean,
and this is the moment where you're like, okay, Outkast is they are different.
Yeah.
You know, they're different from anything else we have heard hip-hop wise.
Sure.
And Rosa Parks was like the introduction officially.
Sure.
Like, this is some shit you will remember right
The
here.
wall has been knocked down.
Yeah. Yeah. The wall has been knocked down.
Yeah.
Skew It on the Barbie.
Kind of had my head bobbing a little bit. I was still high from the Rosa Parks track. I gave this a 3.
I gave it a 3 as well.
Good.
Same reasoning. I said this is solid and fast.
Mm-hmm.
The speed continued. Like, it didn't slow down to R&B shit.
Sure.
I was appreciative of that. Aquemini.
Gave it a 3. No, I'm sorry. I gave this a 2.
I gave it a 2 as well. Thought it was a little boring.
Yeah.
Synthesizer.
2.
Also gave it a 2. Tell me why you gave it a 2 while I try to erase these hiccups with a beer.
Because I didn't really fucking like it. I don't remember too much about
got rid
this
of the
track.
hiccups for me.
I don't remember too much about it.
Yeah.
I'd have to hear it again.
I put it was boring.
Yeah.
So I don't remember shit about it at this point because I was bored to tears while I was listening to it. So there's that. Synthesizer.
2.
2 as well. The beat is samey. It's just not that great. It's just very normal.
You know, I don't remember at what point my sister was a big fan of Prince. So there was a lot of Prince played in my household when I was young. Some of this stuff, I don't remember at what point. It probably wasn't this album, but I heard some Prince influence.
There's
definitely
some in throughout the discography.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
3000's a fan.
I just the more of the beats probably more than the vocal aspect of it, but
right.
I don't know. I don't think it was at this point yet.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I brought that up. But.
I was listening. I don't remember what it was, but I was listening to yet another Dave Grohl story, and he was talking about the time where, God, I can't. I'm gonna go off on a tangent for about 3 minutes here.
It.
First of all, he was at maybe an induction, maybe a Hall of Fame induction, or some kind of benefit, or some kind of shit like that. And I guess he was like playing drums with Prince.
Okay.
And I guess they had themselves a little jam session. And he said
I've heard that.
He said Prince was the best fucking bassist he's ever seen in his life.
Yeah.
He's like, and he's probably that way on every single instrument because he's a fucking genius.
Oh, yeah, he's a one-man show, one-man band.
And then I was listening, while I was cleaning this studio up a little bit earlier today, I was listening to Dave Grohl's book on audiobook.
Sure.
And apparently, when he was in the band Scream, playing drums, punk band Scream, they were in a different country, and it just so happened that the place they played the night before, the next day, Iggy Pop was playing.
Okay.
And Iggy Pop sent somebody out to their van in the alley and knocked on the window. And, like, they rolled the window down a little bit, and somebody said, "Who's the drummer?" And Dave Grohl's like, "Oh, fuck, what did I do?" And, like, after thinking over his options, he's like, "I'm the drummer." He's like, "You want to jam with Iggy Pop?" And he's like, "Fuck yes, I do."
Yeah.
So, like, he's in it, you know, he's like 19, 20.
Yeah.
And he goes and jams with Iggy Pop. And Iggy Pop's like, "Do you know my music?" He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I learned to play music on pillows to your music. Yes,
Nice.
I know your songs and played." And then Iggy Pop was like, "All right, I'll see you here tonight." And he's like, "What?" He's like,
Yeah.
"I need a drummer for tonight." And he's like, "It's just you and me." He's like, "Well, do you need a bassist?" He's like, "Do you got one?" So he goes out to the van, to his band, you know, scream, like, tells the bassist, like, "Dude, we need you.
We
We're
have
going
to
to play
do
with
this."
Iggy Pop tonight."
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave Grohl's got so many good fucking
Oh,
stories.
yeah, no shit.
So many good stories. How do you leave high school? Like, your mom lets you leave high school, like, "I know you don't like school.
Wasn't she a
Go do what
teacher?
you need to do." Yes.
And she's like, "Get out of here.
Yes.
Go do what you want to do."
I can see that your heart's not in it. Go fucking play in your punk band.
Yeah.
What a mom.
No shit.
And, like, how do you go from that to, "Oh, I just happened to play with Iggy Pop. Oh, I just
Yeah.
happened to play with, you know, my punk rock heroes. Oh, Tom Petty asked me to be his drummer."
Yeah.
You know, like, fuck, man.
I
it's
just
crazy.
ran into Little Richard, blah, blah, blah. You know, just
Yeah.
always all this,
Yeah.
just all the stories. Yeah.
I got on a
that's-
Little Richard tangent the other day, too. I watched a bunch of videos. Like, I guess in his dying days, he denounced that he wasn't gay and was, like, speaking at churches. And I was like, that's so... He was such an interesting cat.
Yeah, I should know more.
I should, too.
About a month ago, I listened to his very first album just because, you know, I've heard people say that he created rock and roll.
A lot of people credit him with that.
So I jumped into his first album, kind of listened to it. And
Tutti Frutti!
yeah, kind of hopped over. He was definitely one of a kind.
Oh,
for sure.
God, yeah. Man, I'm still trying to figure out if he was intentionally being that eccentric or if
Oh, my God.
Because he was just like...
He knocked down a wall. I mean, with
Oh,
his,
yeah.
I'd like to know who else was popular during that time. I have an idea, but just to know.
Jimi Hendrix was his guitar player before Jimi Hendrix was Jimi Hendrix.
No shit.
Yeah.
I knew Jimi Hendrix played guitar for somebody, kind of like in a backup
Yeah.
band or something, but no shit.
I can't remember the exacts, but like his whole band there for a while was like nothing but all-stars. Little Richard's band.
See if
We'll get back on this. But
Yeah,
I
that's
swear to
all right.
God, it was like, I don't even remember. There were so many people.
is Billy Preston the organist part of Little Richard's band? Was he?
I think there was a lot, man. He was like, I was watching an interview and he was just reeling off names. Like Hendrix was his guitar player.
That's
And
something.
like Mick Jagger was his something. Like I don't even know.
Yeah.
It was nuts, whatever it was. But we'll have to figure that out. It was a bunch of crazy stuff. It was like everybody he named. I was like, no shit, what, really? Anyways, back to Outkast.
No, that's all right. I'd like to say something just really quick. Speaking of
whatever you want.
Little Richard, if you ever get around to watching the Let It Be documentary,
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but Billy Preston, who played the organ
Yeah.
on a lot of the Let It Be tracks, fuck, it's just so good.
I can't wait to watch it in July. I really can't.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it with my
Oh
wife
man,
in
I want
July.
you. I'm ready for you to watch it now. I just want to
I
talk
wish
about
I
it so
could.
bad.
Wish I could. Heather, if you're watching, fucking shit, come on.
But anyways, I don't want to say anything else about that. But
Track 7, Slump.
Slump 2.
2, just kind of samey. West Savannah, track 8.
2.
2, same as above. The Art of Storytelling.
2.
2 for me, 2, same as above. Part 2,
I gave this a 3 for some reason.
I gave it a 2.
Did you? Yeah.
Gave it a 2. Mamacita,
3.
1, boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Spotty Oddie Dopalicious. Same. Did I score that? Was that an intro or was that a song?
It was a song.
I think I'll call that a. I'll call that a
Dun,
2.
dun, 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 dun. Have the
You
horns in the
remember that
background.
shit.
Yeah, I really like this track.
Okay.
I gave this a 4.
Nice.
I really
Hey, they need a 4 in there somewhere.
enjoyed this track a lot.
All right.
Yeah, I actually put this song on a playlist.
That's cool.
I'll go back to this song.
That's cool.
Yep.
Y'all scared?
2.
2. Interlude. Liberation.
3.
1. I was bored.
Yeah.
Chonky Fire.
What a name, Chonky Fire.
Chonky Fire.
Man, I probably shouldn't have given these last two tracks 3s because I don't remember them. I probably scored them too high.
3 doesn't have to be memorable, so I kind of understand that a
Yeah.
little bit. I gave it a 1. The guitar, but I put as the final track here. The guitar kind of tells you what's coming.
Yeah.
There's a some guitar in this that sounds like what is getting ready to hit your ear holes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of excited after hearing it. I didn't like the song, but I was like, that guitar. We're leading into Stankonia here, but final score for Aquemini, a 2. Still trending in the right direction.
Sure.
I put it was very average, but it wasn't awful, but it was very average.
Sure. I gave this album a overall score of 2.6, and those last 2 tracks I probably graded too high because I don't recall. They didn't stick with me.
Well, grading in the moment
yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah.
But now we finally get on to familiar territory.
Sure.
Early on, Outkast, nothing overly impressive to me. I think there's a reason the true breakout didn't happen till this album.
Sure.
I mean, sometimes you got to follow those lines.
Yeah.
Like, Outkast was not a major thing before Stankonia.
Sure.
Why is that? I'm getting ready to find out.
Sure.
Stankonia. First track. Intro.
And I really like this album artwork.
I do too.
I just like it. I don't know why.
I like it too.
Yeah.
They were all about the thin white line before the thin blue and red line. They were like black, white flag,
yeah,
but no cops, no firefighters. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I like this artwork. I
Little
don't know
did they
why.
know in 2020 it'd be like, thin blue line on my, look at my sticker on it. Thin blue, thin red line, thin. The fuck. I work in banking. What color line do I get?
I don't know. Green.
I want a line.
You get green.
All right. Second track, Gasoline Dreams.
3.
4.
Yeah.
Amped up.
It's good. Yeah.
Amped me up. Like I heard this track and I was like, this is the Outkast I know.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking ramped up. All right.
Sure.
All right. And I was like, keep saying all right. You can do that whole song
Yeah.
and I'm in.
Yeah.
Loved it. There's more instruments added to this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, that last track on the last album kind of carried over. They added a lot more flair to this album, and I heard it immediately. And then you get a fucking interlude the very next track because that's what they do. They're like, we'll give you an intro and a song and an interlude and a song and an interlude and then a prequel and then a fucking sequel. And then
We got to take a break, fellas.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Track 4, So Fresh and So Clean.
I gave this a 4.
I gave it a 4, too. It's a classic.
Did you? Yeah.
It's a classic.
I
mean, nobody makes music like this.
Exactly.
Nobody made it. Just is Outkast. Outkast made
Sure.
music like this. Track 5, Miss Jackson.
4.
It's a 4. It's
Yeah.
another classic because I never heard anything like this before until this track.
Yeah.
How did they do this? Honestly, like So Fresh and So Clean and Miss Jackson in the first 5 tracks, and there's still more to come. And I'm still like, man, 2 classics in the first 5 tracks.
Sure.
That's impressive.
Yep.
Track 6, Snappin' and Trappin'.
With Killer Mike.
Killer Mike's good.
Killer Mike's good. I
He's
gave this track a 3.
I gave it a 2.
Did you?
I thought it was weird and it didn't really fit,
Sure.
so I didn't love it. But then we got an interlude. Thank
Yep.
God.
Yeah.
8, Spaghetti Junction.
For some reason, I gave this track a 3.
Gave it a 2.
Yeah.
I forgot there is some weak tracks on this album, so I gave that a 2. Kim and Cookie, I put not a song, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Track 10, I'll call before I come.
I gave this, for some reason, I gave this a 3.
I gave it a 3 because it was
Did you?
fun.
Yeah.
I'll call before I come.
Yeah.
He said "come" a lot
Yes, he
in
did.
these tracks. Andre
Yeah.
3000 is my spirit animal. Track 11, Bombs Over Baghdad.
This song to me, I give this a 5.
It's a 5.
It's the first 5 out of all the Outcast tracks after this.
It's a fat finger 5.
Oh, it's so good.
It's one of my all-time favorite tracks, period.
Oh, it's
like
good.
Any artist, any genre, this is one of my all-time favorite tracks, Bombs Over Baghdad.
It's a crazy song, man.
It's crazy as shit.
Yeah.
So good.
I think they took a chance and it paid off.
Oh, man, paid off big time. And again, to me, that's a classic. And there's 3 classics in the first 11 tracks of this album.
Yeah.
That's a good ratio.
That's very good.
In my opinion. Track 12, Explosion.
With Be Real.
With Be Real from Cypress Hill.
I gave this a 3.
I gave it a 4. I thought it was a banger.
Did you?
Yeah.
I should go back and revisit it.
I dug it. Then we got an interlude. We won't revisit those.
No?
Track 14, We Love These Hoes.
3.
I gave it a 4. I love this jam. And I put, ha, 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 we love these hoes.
Yeah.
Ha, 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 we love these hoes. Love that song. Humble Mumble.
I gave this track a 4.
I gave it a 4 as well. Funky and fun.
Yep.
Track 16 is a fucking interlude. Track 17, Question Mark.
I give this a 3.
Gave it a 3 as well. I thought it was a fun minute and 30 seconds. Track 18, Red Velvet.
3.
Gave it a 3 as well. Fun and weird. Part of Outkast's appeal is fun and weird.
Sure.
So worked out for me. 19's an interlude, and then track 20 is gangsta shit.
I give this a 4.
Gave it a 4 as well.
I liked it.
Funky as fuck.
I think so too.
Loved it.
Yep.
Toilet Tisha.
Yeah. This is actually where my notes say this is where I'm starting to hear a little bit of the Prince sound.
That's
which
true.
isn't a bad thing.
No.
Yeah, I give this a 3.
Gave it a 2.
Yeah.
I just put it should have stopped at 20 tracks.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Interlude, and then track 24, Stankonia.
I gave that a 3.
I gave it a 2.
Did you?
I put it was kind of a sad way to end. I barely remember the first 4 or the last 4 tracks of this album, apparently for a reason. So, overall score, Hicks,
3.26.
3.25.
No shit.
No shit.
Wow, that's cool.
3.25. One of my favorite rap albums, probably of all time. There's some weak spots in there, but man, when you put that many classics and bangers in an album, like it's just elevated. I could take half. That's something too. There's so many tracks on these albums. Like if you just give me half of those, a 10-track fucking CD, you hand it to me, and I listen to the top 10 tracks, I'm like, this is a fucking all-time great.
Sure, yeah.
There's just so much filler.
There is.
But the great shit is great, no doubt about it. I'm going to grab a beer.
Sure.
While you tell me and them what your experience is, if any, with the speaker box Love Below.
Man, I knew I'm good, but yeah, fuck it. Give me a beer.
Yeah.
Speaker box The Love Below from the year 2003. They took a 3-year break after Stankonia. I knew about Heya, and that's about it, really. I didn't know much beyond that. This was this a double album?
It was a double.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of tracks on this one.
A shit ton of tracks. It was basically the speaker box part of the album was basically Big Boy, and the Love Below CD was basically Andre 3000. So it was basically like Big Boy's like, I get the first CD, all the beats, all the rhymes. You can jump in here and there. Second CD's all yours. So it's kind of like a split album.
I'm such a dumbass for letting that get by me. I didn't even really.
I only know because I owned this album as well.
Okay.
But I did not listen to it like I did Stankonia. So I remembered a lot less from this than I did, Stankonia.
Okay.
But that being said, first track, intro, it had music, and I thought it was good music and tone-setting music, so I gave the intro a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Track 2 was Ghetto Music.
I gave this a 3.
Gave it a 4. Thought it was a banger.
Okay.
Track 3, Unhappy.
3.
I gave it a 3. I dug it.
Yeah.
Track 4, Bowtie.
3.
Gave it a 3 as well. A lot of cool sounds. Don't love it, but it was hard to hate it. Track 5. I like the way you move.
I didn't have this highlighted, but of course, everybody's heard this song before.
Right.
Man, I like this track.
I like it too. It's smooth. I gave it a 4.
I gave it a 4.
Thought it was a banger.
I did too.
Like I like Sleepy Brown. Like the guy that's in it that does it. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Sleepy Brown.
Sleepy Brown. What a cool name.
Cool ass fucking name.
Yeah.
Track 6. These guys thought they were Alice in Chains for a minute with a song called The Rooster.
The Rooster. I gave this a 3.
Yeah, he called it. I gave it a 4. I thought the flow was really fun, and I dug the trumpet. It was close to a 5 for me. I dug the Rooster a lot, but I gave it a 4.
Good.
Track 7, Bust.
Back with Killer Mike.
Back with Killer Mike.
I gave this a 4.
Gave it a 3.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it got hardcore halfway through, and I considered a 4. But overall, I was like, no, I'm going to keep it at a 3. Half the song's banger, half the song was just good. I'm going to keep it at 3. Track 8, War.
I gave this a 3.
I gave it a 2. Track 9, Church.
I don't know why I scored this the way I did, because it's not standing out to me. I don't remember it.
I don't remember it either, but I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 4, but I don't know why.
I thought it was fun.
I must have been in the moment. I need to go back and revisit that.
I'd almost play it, but track 10's an interlude. Track 11, Tomb of the Boom. I gave it a 2. I thought it was kind of boring.
I gave it a 3.
Interlude. Track 13, Knowing. I gave it a 3.
I gave this track a 4. I really enjoyed it.
I moved my head to it.
Yeah.
So it was definitely at least 3 worthy. Flip Flop Rock with Jay-Z and Killer Mike.
No shit. Yep. I gave this a 3.
I gave it a 4.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought it was solid as hell. Track 15's an interlude. Track 16 is Reset.
I gave Reset a 2.
Gave it a 1. I said, no thanks, CeeLo. Get the fuck out of my ear holes. And I like CeeLo and Danger Mouse, but I don't like CeeLo in anything other than is it Danger Mouse?
I don't know.
What the fuck was his group with the
Gnarls
other guy?
Barkley.
Gnarls Barkley. That's it.
Yeah.
I liked Gnarls Barkley.
I did too, yeah.
I dug that.
Well, I knew whatever I heard like 2 songs of theirs, and I enjoyed those.
But everything else CeeLo besides Gnarls Barkley, I'm like, fuck, stop. Just
stop.
Yeah. Interlude, then Last Call.
I gave Last Call a 3.
Gave it a 3 too. You know why? Yeah! Lil Jon's in that one. Okay! Interlude, and then Love Below intro. This is where Andre 3000 starts making love to your ear holes.
Yeah.
I gave that a 3 because it was setting the tone of love.
I didn't grade this track. I don't know why. I don't know if
he was setting the tone of I want to be on you. I want to make you come a. Love Hater, track 21. I gave it a 2 because it was weird as fuck.
I gave this a 2.
It was a weird fucking CD. I'm gonna call it a CD because I had the double CD, but this is a weird fucking CD.
Sure.
Love Hater. Then we got God. I gave God a 3 because the guitar was beautiful and Andre was so romantic.
Yeah, I didn't grade this one for some reason. Maybe I thought it was an intro. I don't know.
No, it's a pretty solid song.
Okay, I need to go back and revisit that.
Some good acoustic guitar.
I didn't do good with that track.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I said this is 100% Prince.
Yes, it was.
I gave this track a 2.
Gave it a 4.
Did you?
Because I put Andre 3000 is my spirit animal. It made me happy because he was talking about fucking. He was like, Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, he was.
I'm going to put my finger. I was like, fucking, I'm feeling you, Andre 3000. Like, he's so. This is, this album was just so damn sexual.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that, like you throw on some Marvin Gaye and I'm going to have a damn good time.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about most of this album. Then we've got Spread.
Yeah. I gave this a 2.
I gave it a 3.
Did you?
I enjoy everything Andre does. And he just kept saying, spread for me. And I know what he's talking about because I'm like, God, we're on the same page, Andre. On the same page.
What about the next track? Where are my panties?
Where are my panties? My notes say LOLOLOLOL because I laughed my ass off.
Yeah.
Did you listen to this and it's all what's in my head and she's like, oh God, he's gonna think I'm a hoe.
Man,
I bet she thinks she's a hoe, but I like this. I'm going to rest my head right on her booty.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was looking for the next Mrs. Jackson, So Fresh and So Clean. Man. I was looking for the next, and this was just...
I was feeling this.
Yeah,
I
was
put this
not.
on next time me and Mrs. Barker decide to turn the lights down in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Might turn on the Love Below.
Yeah, and I get that.
Track 26, Prototype.
2.
Just a tad slow for me. It does work in the flow of things, but it was kind of slow. Track 27, She Lives in My Lap.
I gave this a 1.
Gave it a 2. I thought it was odd.
Yeah.
Rosario Dawson was the female singer on this.
Really?
Didn't know she could sing.
I didn't either.
She sounded pretty solid.
Okay.
That was kind of cool, and Rosario Dawson is one of my celebrity crushes.
Yeah.
But she could not overcome this song for me. It didn't quite work.
Yeah.
Track 28, Hey Ya.
I gave this a 4.
I gave it a 5.
Did you?
It's a mega hit.
It's a jam.
Mega hit. And it's so funky. Like, I considered giving it a 4 because I'd heard it so many times.
Yeah.
But I just, I was like, I remember the first time I heard this song and I was just like, shake it. Shake it.
Yeah.
It was a very clever track.
Very.
Track 29, Roses.
I gave this a 4.
I gave it a 3.
Did you?
Because roses smell like fun. Interlude, then we got Behold a Lady.
I gave this a 2.
I gave it a 2 as well. It was just okay.
Yeah.
Track 32, Jesus, fuck. Pink and Blue.
1.
2. Just abstract as shit and weird.
Yeah.
Track 33, Love and War.
1.
Gave it a 1 as well. Shit's getting weird in a bad way.
Yep.
She's Alive, track 34.
1.
And I put a note in here, this is why double albums are not held in high regard.
Yeah.
Because you're just throwing too much spaghetti at the wall hoping shit'll stick.
Sure. I like to have some spaghetti right
I would
now.
like to have some spaghetti, baked spaghetti.
Ooh, yeah.
Giovanni's baked spaghetti. Dracula's Wedding.
What the where did this come from? This title track.
It was a lot of synths. I gave it a 2, synthesizers to be specific. Then we got an interlude. Then we got My Favorite Things, which I gave a 1.
Yep.
No thanks. Take Off Your Cool.
1.
Gave it a 2. I thought it was kind of cool, but mostly boring.
Mm-hmm.
Track 39, Vibrate.
1.
1 as well. This is getting really long in the tooth and just too odd.
Sure.
Track 40, A Day in the Life of Andre.
1.
Gave it a 2, and it's barely a 2.
What about an overall score on this?
2.59.
Okay. I'm at 2.25.
That's not too far apart.
Sure.
And my note says this proves that something great can simply be too long with too much filler.
Yeah.
This album had massive potential to be more than a massive seller because this is their biggest selling album. This is the creme de la creme as far as album sales go.
No shit.
Hey Ya, man, that's all it takes.
Really?
Hey Ya sold the shit out of this album.
Yeah.
Which there's more than just Hey Ya.
Yeah.
There's let's see, Hey Ya, The Way You Move.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, there's a couple more I thought. I know Roses was a single. The Roses Smell Like Poo Poo.
Yeah.
And there might have been some other ones. But yeah, I mean, you cut this album in half and make it an actual Outkast album and not a
I agree with that.
one. And it's got the potential to be a classic if you just cut it down. But 40 tracks,
Yeah.
it can't get to a 3 because there's too much abstract shit on there. So, is what it is. 2.59 isn't a terrible score for 40 tracks. I mean,
Right.
kind of impressive for 40 tracks,
Right.
really.
Right.
But then we move on to their final album, Idlewild.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into the scoring of each track,
Mm-hmm.
neither one of us knew that this album existed.
Right.
Very quickly, without giving away too much, what did you expect after hearing their 2 most popular albums and then coming to an album that we didn't know was a thing? I didn't even know this was. I thought they quit after Speaker Box The Love Below.
I knew of the Idlewild musical.
I didn't.
I just knew of it. I didn't know that there was really a soundtrack with it. Beyond that, I didn't know.
I knew nothing about any of it.
Yeah, and I didn't know anything beyond the movie cover. And I hate musicals.
Oh, me too.
I hate them.
Not my thing at all.
Yeah.
Never once have I watched a musical and thought, that was fucking good.
Yeah.
Every time I've been like, I want to fuck. Like that and Christmas music are on the same level to me.
Yeah.
Just give me my lethal injection already.
Yeah.
But I must say, Idlewild impressed the fuck out of me.
Did it really?
And I think it's one of the best albums I've ever heard.
No shit.
I'm lying.
I'm glad you are.
I am lying through my teeth.
Okay.
Through my teeth. Track 1 is an intro. Track 2 is Mighty O. What'd you give Mighty O? I got thoughts on this one.
I don't know why I gave it a 2.
I also gave it a 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's a well-known fact or if it's ever been discussed, but Megan Thee Stallion absolutely ripped off this song.
No shit.
Because her song Body, yada yada
Sure.
yada 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 yada, in this song, mighty yada 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 yada.
No shit. What a great observation.
They're both from, no wait, she's from Texas. They're from Atlanta. I was getting ready to say they're from the same area. Maybe she grew up on them, but she totally ripped off the whole yada 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 yada
No
yada yada yada.
shit.
Yeah, if you listen to that song again, mighty yada 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 yada. Rip off. Come on, Megan.
Oh, man.
Maybe she didn't. If she did it intentionally and then told someone, it's all good. If you didn't say anything, shame on you, Meg.
Yeah.
I'd fucking pick my nose back. Love you, Meg. Right on the toboggan. Next track is Peaches.
Peaches with a 2.
2. Rap is solid, but the rest is boring. Idlewild Blue. Don't you worry about me.
I thought this was a fun groove. I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3 as well. I thought it was funky and good riff, and this is one of the first bluesy songs I've enjoyed hearing in a while.
Okay, good.
So I kind of dug that.
Yeah.
Infatuation interlude.
Yeah.
Into You.
I thought this is influenced by Prince, from my opinion.
Same.
I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 2.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. Morris Brown, which was a single.
2.
Gave it a 2 as well. Can't get into it. Chronometrophobia.
2.
1. The Train.
2.
2. Life is Like a Musical.
2.
2. No Bootleg DVDs was an interlude. Hollywood Divorce.
I gave this a 2.
Gave it a 1. I don't know why I gave it a 1. I should have gave it a 0 because I put this shit's awful.
Yeah.
So why did I give it a 1?
I don't know. What did I give it a 2?
I don't know.
Yeah. I have to go
Sometimes
back.
this shit gets confusing. Call the Law was the next track. I put 1 and no.
I gave this a
no.
2.
Didn't like it. Another interlude. Bugface.
2.
2. Makes no sense at all.
2.
1. In Your Dreams.
2.
2. PJ and Rooster. What's up with the Rooster shit?
I don't know. 2.
1. Neutron Angel.
2.
1. Greatest Show on Earth.
2.
1. Your Beautiful interlude. When I Look in Your Eyes.
1.
1. Dying to Live.
1.
1. Bad Note.
1.
1. Overall score.
2.
1.52.
Yeah.
This fucking album sucked ass.
It was pretty bad.
I couldn't believe how bad it sucked.
Yeah.
I know it was based off a movie musical kind of, but man, you like after putting out what I consider to be 2 really solid albums, even though one of them was 40 tracks.
Sure.
You got too artsy fartsy with this one. You pushed too far.
Yeah.
Let's go grand. Let's go huge. Let's do, motherfuckers. You went huge. You released 40 tracks on an album on the last try.
Sure.
Like, kind of glad you quit after this one.
Yeah.
Hope you come back later and like give us 10 tracks of amazingness. But man, Idlewild sucked.
Oh, it was bad.
It was really bad. There was a couple moments on it where I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But overall, it sucked.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
whose
not trying to
idea
be
it was,
mean.
and I'm not either. It was just a bad way to end their, I don't want to say career, but just their discography.
That just wasn't good.
Yeah, it was almost like it was a roller coaster ride.
Well, I mean, and you hear the style of Outkast on Stankonia, and then they elaborated further on the Love Below. They got a little crazy.
Yeah.
But they still had this style that was like, man, I have not heard shit like this. And on Idlewild, it's like, there was nothing groundbreaking there.
Right.
It was like they jumped back. They jumped back a full 3 albums.
Yeah.
It was like, let's do ATLians again, but a little more musical.
Sure.
And I was like, I don't want that.
Sure.
That's not what I wanted. That's not what I was here for. Like, I was here for Stankonia 2.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
you know, Speaker Box the Love way down below, the Taint edition.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I was wanting.
Yeah.
And instead it was like fucking weird shit. I respect their musical ability because
I do too.
there was a lot of shit on this that, on Idlewild to be specific, that if you dig a more soothing and slower sound, you probably dug this. But they had already kind of blown my mind with some crazy shit.
Oh,
For them to go in such a normal, almost Broadway show
Yeah, that's a
direction,
good point.
I wasn't feeling that. That's not what I want out of Outkast.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it too much.
I was very disappointed by that, which you gave me a warning. You know, we talked a little bit about that. You're like, don't give it too much time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna give it some time.
Yeah.
So I gave it some time.
Yeah.
I regret that.
But
not
hey,
good.
That's what this is about. Now we know.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So final thoughts on Outkast while I turn off this heater, because I don't know about you, but I'm sweating.
Yeah. Not too many hidden gems. The tracks that I already knew of, man, it's good shit. You know, it's what I expected. But not a lot of in between. It's a lot of love or hate.
Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah, and it's like what I know is good. I confirmed that I know is good, and what I didn't know that I was hoping was good wasn't that good. Rosa Parks was the best thing that came out of this.
Sure. Yeah.
Besides what I already knew, which was Stankonia and the Speaker Box. The Speaker Box Love Below, I was glad I revisited that because I didn't remember 80% of that album.
Sure.
I did not remember.
Sure.
So it was a nice refresh. Other than that, though, it was like Rosa Parks was the best thing to come out of that. And there's a couple tracks in there. You know, you said you added one to a playlist. So
sure.
that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But otherwise, you know, my feelings on Outkast is the same.
Mm-hmm.
I still think they're innovators. I still think they're one of the best hip-hop groups. Maybe not individual hip-hop groups. You know, they're one of the best hip-hop groups to come out of all time.
I can see why people enjoy them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I enjoy them. But
sure.
in revisiting, it'll be, you know, stuff from those 2 albums that we talked about that graded a little higher than the rest. The Stankonia and Speaker Box Love Below.
Mm-hmm.
I will still jam some of that stuff out.
Sure.
Every great once in a while, especially Bombs Over Baghdad. I usually give that a yearly listen.
Oh, yeah.
Usually I'm like in my car somewhere, and if I'm road raging, I'm like, motherfucker,
Sure.
if you were going a little faster, I could have made this turn. I'm like, oh, what do I do to get out of this mood? Bombs Over Baghdad.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. That brings me out of my bad mood. So there's that.
Sure.
Thank you for that, Outkast.
Sure.
Andre, these big boys still doing shit. Andre 3000, to my knowledge, does nothing.
Huh.
I don't think he makes music at all. He was on an episode of Rick Rubin's Broken Record podcast.
Okay.
I know that. Other than that, I haven't heard shit out of that guy.
He's making love.
He's making love. The love below.
Yeah.
Spread. I really enjoy his shit. I really do.
Yeah. Good.
Spirit animal.
Good.
But that Big Boy album, that thing's right up there with anything Outkast has done, in my opinion.
Oh, I think so too.
I mean, that's a damn good album.
Oh, it's good.
What's the main track off that? I know we'll be on the same page. Let me see. Big Boy album. It's got like a woman's name. What is it? So Boomiverse is the album from Big Boy.
Yep, 2017.
2017. Chocolate's a banger. Order of Operations is a banger. Freakonomics is a banger. But
that's a good track.
Kill Jill.
Kill Jill.
Kill Jill. Is that
with Killer Mike?
Kill Jill with Killer Mike. That is some shit right there.
It's a good
I
track.
love Kill Jill. And Chocolate. Chocolate's I've never, like, that's another mood breaker. If I'm in a shit mood, I throw on Chocolate, just cash the check. Then I'm going to go and put it on Chocolate.
Yeah, that's it.
Chocolate.
That's
Chocolate.
That's good.
Love it.
It's a good album.
Good stuff. Much better than some of that weird abstract shit that was on The Love Below.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm as usual. I'm glad we did some of this shit as well.
Me too.
Outcast is good. There were some people looking forward to some Outcast. Looking forward to this episode. Hopefully, we didn't piss you off too bad.
Sure.
By hating on some of it. Hopefully, there's no one out there that's like, Idlewild is one of the best albums of all time.
You know, there's one guy out there,
dude. Nobody. Nobody. Like, what other albums are taken from a fucking musical? Like, is the Who's Tommy? Is that, what is Tommy? Is that a maybe it's just a concept album.
I was thinking that was like a play or a musical or something, but I don't know that for sure. I don't know.
I haven't really heard any album that was part of a soundtrack or part of a movie or part of a Broadway thing that I just
Flash Gordon.
Yeah. Case in point.
Yeah.
There's like one good song off that whole album. Like, don't do it. Don't do it, man. Like, who do we love right now that's so Tool? If somebody approaches you about doing a fucking soundtrack album, please don't do that shit. Like, we have faith in you. You might be able to pull it off. Did you see Maynard James Keenan got his brown belt?
I saw that.
He looks intense.
Yes, he does.
He looks fucking angry.
He's an animal.
He's a fucking animal.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't do that. Don't make a musical fucking movie, musical soundtrack. Just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Soundtracks are super hit and miss. Idlewild, kind of right there with it.
Holy shit, I was just looking up some random facts. Missy Elliott's Super Duper Fly was ranked number 93 on Rolling Stone's 500 greatest albums of all time.
Of all time.
Number 93.
Super Duper Fly.
That's crazy.
That's interesting.
God.
For sure.
That's up there.
Missy Elliott's coming at you soon. I don't know if it's the next one.
I don't either. I just threw it out there.
But it's happening.
Yeah.
I feel like we were in conversation about doing someone pretty soon. I don't remember who it was.
Ted Nugent?
I don't think it was Ted Nugent. But you know what? I wouldn't. He's a crazy motherfucker, but that dude has some jams.
He's got a few jams.
Stranglehold's a fucking banger.
Stranglehold is. I agree.
That's a banger. Yeah. I don't love Cat Scratch Fever, but Stranglehold's a beast of a song.
It is.
My wife fucking kill me. She's like, "You're listening to who?" I was like, "Ted Nugent." She's like, "Don't you let him influence your mind with his fucking bullshit."
Yeah, he's a nut.
He's a little bit of a nutty motherfucker.
Yeah.
And we're saying that as we're streaming live in Southern Ohio. So, anyone watching is like, "I love Ted Nugent and Donald Trump. Fuck you guys."
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just sorry. Kinda. Not really.
Ted Nugent's 72 years old.
It's crazier than hell still. I bet he still fucks like a banshee.
Oh, I guarantee he
still
does.
Getting cat scratch fever.
Got his boots on and everything.
Oh, yeah. His Justin boots with the turquoise on them. Just fucking plowing away. Nothing else on. Just
American
Justin
flag boots.
American flag boots. Fucking Q tattoo on his butt cheek. Absolutely.
Oh, shit.
Fuck. Thanks for joining us for Outkast. Right. It was, I gotta admit, like, I enjoyed hearing Stankonia again. I kind of enjoyed the Speaker Box Love Below, but man, I struggled a little bit on the rest. I was like, I'm gonna mix in some Beatles.
Yeah.
You gotta mix in some
I
other
get
shit.
that. It was a lot of, not a lot, but some of this music was just getting in my way of something that I wanted to listen to.
Yes.
More.
Yes, that's exactly how I felt.
Sure.
Like, it was just like, man, like, it's not that this is bad, but I've heard, there's here lately especially, there's some shit that I've really enjoyed, and I don't want to be listening to this.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially Idlewild. Like, please, God. Like,
yeah.
I just want to listen to something else. But that's not a detriment to Outkast. That's just a kind of a glowing report on how much good music we've heard in the process of doing this shit. And man, not to bring up old bands from old episodes, but ill communication has grown on me here hardcore in the last few days.
Okay.
I know me and you both, we go back to the Beasties, we go back to the
sure.
Beatles. You know, we found these groups that we can go back to time and time again.
Yep.
And we're both on a massive Beatles kick.
Yes, I am.
Because you're watching Let It Be and I'm not.
And you're not.
But I am still listening to Let It Be.
Yeah.
And still listening to, you know, Beatles shit. I'll just hit shuffle on it when I can't think of nothing to listen to. And I'm happy. But, man, there's ill communication by the Beasties like that. That one's growing on me.
Good.
They're one of those groups now that's like, okay, I've fucking listened to Paul's Boutique a million trillion times now. And I've listened to Check Your Head a million trillion times now. And it's like, I need to listen to ill communication a little more. And I put it on. And I'm like, oh, I'm feeling this shit.
Yeah, that's one I need to pick up
it
on.
like Flash Gordon.
I need to pick that up on vinyl.
It's good shit.
Yeah.
It's all good shit.
Yeah.
Hello Nasty will be next for me to give more time to because I don't love it, but maybe I will.
Sure.
Here soon. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyways, again, thanks for jamming Outcast with us. Hopefully you listened a little bit and had thoughts like we did. Not a lot of activity in the chat this evening. Just Wardy talking about how much he loves shoving bacon strips in his butthole. You do you, Wardy. You do you. You want to shove bacon strips up there, you go right ahead. I understand it's delicious and delectable. I'm not going to do that with my bacon, though. Well, let me pull this up. I don't want to fuck this up because ever since I got rid of my main podcasting device, I'm just a mess, but
that's all right.
We'll see you guys next time. We don't know what's coming up next, but we'll announce it on social media soon. Until then, we'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to Stuck in My Generation. Again, if you want to suggest bands for us to listen to, send it over to stuckinmygeneration@gmail.com.